All right, so welcome back, everybody. For all 7 of you that are watching this channel, and I'm back. We're doing another NFL prediction this week. This time, I wanted to focus on only one division in particular because I have a lot to say about this division in particular. I just said in particular twice. That division is the NFC East, however, and I'm gonna try to go through this without being as biased as possible. Because myself, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, Super Bowl champs. But it is going to be a little bit biased. So if you are a Commanders or a Cowboys or a Giants fan and you're watching this, take these predictions with a grain of salt. Because I'm not going to just totally slander. I'm not going to say that the Eagles are going 20-0 and we're going to repeat as Super Bowl champs, even though we might. But I am going to give the rival teams credit. So without further ado, it's just the longest intro I've done. Let's get into prediction. All right, so I wanted to start off with the Giants this time. Figure we work our way up. And the Giants, I'm going to say this right now, the Giants are going to be a lot better of a team this season than they were last season. That's partially because the bar was so goddamn low last season. I mean, they couldn't even tank right. They won that game against the Colts late on, and they didn't get Cam Ward because of it. I like Abdul Carter a lot, their new draft rookie, 3rd overall pick. I think he's going to do really well. Probably a shoo-in for Defensive Rookie of the Year if it wasn't for Jahad Campbell. But also they've got Jackson Dart, they've got Cam Scatabo, they've got these exciting rookies. Their quarterback room is probably the best it's been in 10 years maybe. They've got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, obviously Jackson Dart, who I just said. And I think it's really going to come down to the quarterback here because the Giants, they have a good defense. They've still got all their players on the D-line, Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence. Now they've got Abdul Carter. So they're going to get a lot of sacks. They're going to be a hard team to score on. Now the question is, can whoever's starting a quarterback for them actually make a difference, whether that's Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson or Jackson Dart? I think it's going to be probably Jackson Dart later in the season, maybe like halfway through. They're going to start with Russell Wilson, and then when he inevitably shits the bed and we get a glimpse of Denver Russell Wilson, Brian Daboll is going to be forced to put in Jackson Dart in order to save his job. With all that being said, I think they'll definitely take a game off the Commanders or the Eagles. I don't see them getting beyond 7 wins, however. Still a massive improvement from last year, though. All right. And now we're going to the Dallas Cowboys. And, I mean, what can you really say about these guys, man? They drafted a new guard in the first round, Tyler Booker. He seems like he's going to be all right. We'll have to wait and see. I feel like this is going to be another year of, we get our typical Dak Prescott season where he'll have great stats when you look at it just from like a surface level. And you're looking at like his touchdowns, but they're going to beat up on the bad teams. They'll do typical Cowboys stuff. I think that they'll take a step back from last season just because of the fact that they have a new head coach. Nobody's really heard of Brian Schottenheimer before, so we don't really know what he's going to do. Is he going to be able to wrangle and control all these big egos in the locker room? Like the Micah Parsons situation right now, it's looking worse and worse day by day, and it's just looming over their heads and looming over Jerry Jones's head, and that has to have an impact on them eventually. Their offense is going to be really good. I mean, they got George Pickens. They didn't really lose anybody. They got Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders now as kind of a running back duo, and I like both of those guys. So it'll be interesting to see whether the Cowboys will just be mediocre again or if they can actually challenge the Commanders and Eagles this year, because their defense is just going to be fucking shit. So, I mean, they might have to score 50 points a game and, so maybe get Pickens or CeeDee Lamb into your fantasy team if that's something you want to do. I see them winning maybe 8 or 9 games. Moving on swiftly to last season's runner-up for the division, it's the Washington Commanders, and they were the biggest surprise team last season. They went 12-5. Jaden Daniels looked like he had been playing in the league for 5 years. And I think that they will still be good this season, but definitely expect a major step back, possibly from Jaden Daniels, but definitely from the rest of their squad, because like the Cowboys, they also have a contract negotiation situation looming over their head. There's a few million difference between Terry McLaurin, what he wants, and what the team wants to pay him. So they're going to have to get that figured out, or they'll have to trade him. But right now, their wide receiver 1 is Deebo Samuel. Who knows if he's the same Deebo after all these injuries he's had. They added some all right pieces. They added Laramie Tunsil to the line. I just can't get over how this team is just a fucking retirement home, man. Like, I think they have the highest average age in the NFL. I think their average age is like 28 or 29, which is crazy. And I just think that you can't really keep that same standard that you set last year with a lot of these players. And I also would expect a sophomore slump from Jaden Daniels. Maybe not huge, maybe not like a CJ Stroud type level, but I think now teams are going to have more tape on him. They've seen the ways to beat them in the NFC Championship, obviously. And I think it's going to be close between Washington and Dallas for the runner-up in the division. Sorry if I spoiled my predictions there. But I think, Washington is probably, I'd say, 9 to 10 games. Are they going to be able to replicate their surprise package of last season? That's really the biggest question, and I don't think that they're going to. And now moving on to last season's Super Bowl champions, your Philadelphia Eagles. I'm going to try to keep this segment as short as possible because I could easily go on for 20 minutes, so I'll spark notes the Eagles situation for you. We have lost some key players from our defense last year. No more Milton Williams, no Josh Sweat, no CJ Gardner-Johnson, and no Darius Slay. And I definitely think that the absence of veteran guys like that, especially in the secondary, is concerning. I mean, I've seen the preseason so far, and it looks like Adoree Jackson is going to be the cornerback number 2 on the outside, which that fucking worries me. So maybe make a trade, Howie. But I think the defense definitely did take a big chunk. I'm excited about the rookies, though. I think Jahad Campbell has a run for Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then obviously we've got our standouts from last season who are all still there. You've still got Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Zach Bond, Cooper DeJean, all of those guys. So I think that the defense will definitely take a step back this year. I don't think that it's going to be huge, but it'll definitely be felt just because of the lack of experience, especially in the secondary. These are all super young guys, and Reed Blankenship is the longest tenured player, and he's only been in the league for like 4 years. So that's something to keep an eye on, maybe trade for Justin Simmons. When it comes to the offense, the only big piece we really lost on the offense was Mekhi Becton. And, when you're an offensive lineman for the Eagles, you can basically just slot in anywhere, and Jeff Stoutland will show you the ropes. Stoutland University, shout out. And let's see, they got John Mechie now, which is good because Johnny Wilson's out. Dallas Goedert's still there. You've still got A.J. Brown, even though it's not looking too good for A.J. Brown to be able to start the season. I don't think he's practiced in like 2 weeks, and I think they're kind of hiding the fact that his injury is a little bit bigger than we thought. So hopefully A.J. Brown can get healthy enough. I mean, who fucking needs to throw the ball, though? We've got Saquon Barkley again, one of the best O-lines in the league. I think that the formula that they figured out last year to win the Super Bowl was how you've been able to win football games since the beginning of time. That's run the fucking ball and play some tough-nosed defense. And I think keeping Vic Fangio is a huge factor in doing that. And the loss of Kellen Moore, I don't think, will be felt nearly as much as some of the guys on our defensive side. Nevertheless, though, we're winning the division. I think they win 12, 13 games. And, definitely chasing the number 1 spot in the NFC. Go Birds. All right, and that will do it for this week's video. It's a bit of a shorter one. I know YouTube's kind of been on my back about the longer videos I've been making. So the next one will be coming out early next week, not on Friday like this one will be. And we're going to be talking about the NFC North in that video. So stay tuned. Have a great day, and go Birds.